And I know it's within the context of the conversation they were having. I appreciate that. But to then go to someone's genitals, why are we bringing up someone's genitals? Trans or not, it's not going to be a comfortable conversation. It's just a bit weird. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alexis Blake, and if you're new here, welcome, hello. And if you're an oldie but goodie and have been here a while, welcome back. I hope you're all doing good, and I hope you're having a good week. I tried to mix up my intro there because I'm sick of saying the same thing. I need to mix it up and keep it spicy. We're going to talk about Big Brother in the UK this week. I'm not sure if you're from the UK or if you even watched Big Brother in the UK, but something happened surrounding one of the trans contestants, and I want to give my opinion on it. If that sounds like your sort of thing, grab a drink, cup of tea, coffee, whatever floats your boat. I have a Diet Coke right there. One thing I want to address really quickly, I got a DM recently about how my content is delayed sometimes. I just want to explain that. So when things are going viral or if things like popping off on social media, some content creators can like get a video filmed out within 24 hours to really sort of jump on that trend, if you will. Because me and Liam, my husband, who does the editing for a lot of these videos, well, all of these videos actually, because we both work, I work a full-time job, he works as well, and he does the editing as well. It can't always be the fastest turnaround, unfortunately. That's why it can take me a little bit longer sometimes to get to content. This Big Brother thing happened from like the day of filming this, I think it was 3 or 4 days ago, and then by the time it gets edited and put out, it could be like a week from when it happens. I love my job, but that's the one thing I don't like about having a full-time job is not being able to get to content as quickly as I wish I could. But I just wanted to explain that. Anyway, let's jump in. Let us jump in. So, this involves two housemates, one called Caroline and one called Zela. A little bit of a backstory. Zela is a trans man, so he has transitioned from female to male. He is a very handsome trans man. He speaks openly about his transition online, which I love that. I think it's the best way to help people understand trans people is just by being open and honest. Seems like a really good guy. They were playing a drinking game in the house and it took a bit of a turn. So let's dive in with the first clip. Because there's been like a progression. Because I'm late to the game, I haven't just got the initial incident. I have a couple of things that's happened after, so let's have a look.
Helicopter.
Helicopter.
Would you go like that?
Yeah.
Would you? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Next spin.
Nancy! If you could shag anyone in this house.
El scandal.
Only we're on a desert island.
Oh.
There's one person left. You might be able to make babies to get a new civilization.
What the hell?
Who would you shag?
So it has to be a guy.
She's pansexual.
Is she pansexual?
I'm pansexual.
You like pans?
Maybe just ask her who she's most attracted to.
You like pans?
Zela.
She's a girl. No, you're not.
Oh, Carolina.
But you haven't got a willy, have you?
Oh, no, let's stop this game.
Oh, is that really bad?
Yeah,
I think there's like a line.
That's
I'm
probably a line.
talking about. I'm so sorry, Z. Is that bad? That was bad.
If we're going to do like heteronormative and...
Oh, no, I'm dead now. Is that bad?
Yeah.
Okay, lot to unpack there. A game of spin the bottle that clearly went a little bit wrong. Initial thoughts, it was cringy. I think we can all kind of agree. Like whichever side of the argument we all fall on here, it was an uncomfortable watch. That's the first thing I took away from when I very first watched it. It was just icky. I know it's a terrible word, but it's the best word I can use to describe what we watched. The initial comment that Caroline made, the comment about pansexual, she likes pans. I mean, clearly an attempt at a joke. It wasn't funny, but it was an attempt at a joke. Then, with the question, Caroline was trying to get the other contestants to say a biological male to reproduce and populate this desert island in the fictional game they were playing. However, when the contestant said Zela, obviously Zela is a trans man, that wouldn't be possible to have babies that way, and that's where Caroline's brain got. So I get the linking of that in her brain, but it's how it was delivered. That's the uncomfortableness, because to say she's a girl, it was just, it's not good. Because if you slip up with a he or a she comment, like if someone called me he, who knows I'm trans, I'd be like, oh, it's just an accent, it's a slip, like we all have slips, and you might have known me as a male, which is another thing. Caroline's never seen Zela or met Zela as a female, only ever known him as he is now. That's interesting to point out there. I can understand a little slip like that, you know, it happens. However, with Zela, I only see male. I can't picture him any other way, and I struggle to wrap my head around that. So how Caroline went to she is a girl, it's a leap for me, but that's just me personally. So that's comment number one. It's bad. There could have been a recovery from that, but to dig deeper into that, and I know it's within the context of the conversation they were having, I appreciate that, but to then go to someone's genitals, why are we bringing up someone's genitals? I mean, it's just not, it's never a comfortable conversation. If I went up to a stranger and asked them about their genitals, trans or not, it's not going to be a comfortable conversation. It's just a bit weird. That's what my major issue is here. Like, it's, having our identity and who we are sort of trickled down to and boiled down to just genitals, it is hurtful. It can make trans people feel like everything else in the transition doesn't matter because that's all we're seen as. However, one thing I do want to point out, Caroline freaked out when she realised what she said was wrong, because she'd had a drink. I know it's not an excuse, but I'm just giving everyone the facts. She'd had a drink and they were playing a game, and she is middle-aged-ish, and again, I'm not making excuses, but generationally, she's the one above, just to point that out. But when Caroline realised what she had done was bad, she literally said, I'm dead now. She knew that, and I don't know if this is a feeling guilt for what she'd done, she clearly made Zela feel bad, or was it the latter of her feeling bad because she knew how the public was going to perceive her from those comments. It's kind of like, I don't know how to say it, you know, like when you get like an uncontrollable urge to do something, like, what's that thing in your head called? The voice that says do something that's bad but you would never do it. What's it called? What is it called? I can't remember. Oh my God, I sound silly. It's like she got the thought in her head to say it, but then the filter of the mouth didn't work and it just came out anyway. We do have some more to look at. That was the initial incident. Let me know what you think below. I could forgive a little slip up, a he or she little mistake. But the thing is, Caroline's never met Zela as a girl. She's only ever known him as a him. I only personally see full male there, nothing else. Like, I don't know how you could connect that dots. However, within the context of the game that they were playing, I understand a little bit there. But to say she's a girl and then reference genitals to me, it was just, it's like the voice in her head said, say this, and then the filter of her mouth just didn't stop her saying it. Let's see how Zela felt and his reaction in the diary room.
Hello, Zela.
It's got called a girl, big brother. It's been a while.
Zela, take as long as you need.
Thank you. I didn't think it would affect me that much. Like, I genuinely didn't think it would affect me that much. It's kind of why I didn't want to tell anyone from the get-go, because it's just, once people know, you know, their true perceptions of you come out. But she's a girl was strong. It was, yeah, it was strong. I think I have quite thick skin. Like, I'm so down to have open conversations about things. I'm so down for people asking questions. I think that's like, I think it's really important, because I think with silence comes divisiveness. But sometimes my openness can come at the expense of my own feelings. That really hit. And it's like, God, I can't remember the last time that like I was that like, oh, like some like words hurt me like that. A bit wounded right now, I guess. But yeah.
I don't think he could, like, not that there's a right and a wrong way to handle that sort of situation. Everyone's different, aren't they? But I don't think he could, in my opinion, he couldn't have handled that any better. The grace and eloquence and dignity in that, I think, is phenomenal. And I really do applaud Zela for just, he wasn't going after Caroline. Did you notice that? He was just expressing how it had made him feel. He wasn't tearing her down. He wasn't trying to get her in trouble. He wasn't being vindictive or malicious or being mean about Caroline. He was just explaining how that had made him feel. And I think that is so refreshing to see. Like, we always go on the defensive. I think, not all of us, but I think it's quite like a human thing, isn't it? To see him not do that was really cool. From what I gather, he is very open and honest about his transition, and he shares a lot, and I think that's an incredible thing as well. It really does help just people learn if you don't know. So I think that's amazing. I can't commend him enough for that. I know what he means about the like, because words can hurt us all, not just trans people, anyone. Like, if someone can say something, if they can find your weak spot and exploit that and say something really hurtful, it can leave a mark on us. And being trans, and I can only speak for myself, is that when getting misgendered time and time again, which happens, it's part of transition, obviously, we're humans, we judge gender within 0.03 seconds of seeing someone. And most of the time it is accidental and people don't mean to do it. But obviously words, time and time again, it can hurt. So when he said the comment about having a thick skin, I do really feel him on that. Amazing. So I think that's fabulous. So I just wanted to point that out. That was his response to the initial incident. Caroline then went to the diary room to discuss as well.
so sorry.
Caroline, Big Brother does find your behaviour and language to be offensive and unacceptable. Do you
I
understand?
agree. I absolutely agree, yeah. I thought I was being funny and I wasn't being funny. And that, I don't know why those words come out of my mouth.
Big Brother will review this situation further and talk to you in the morning.
I'm such a f***ing idiot.
Caroline, Big Brother appreciates that you want to speak to Zela, but Big Brother suggests it may be better to have that chat in the morning.
But I won't speak to him tonight. No, I won't. I'm just going to go to bed and be very quiet.
Wherever you fall in your opinion on this situation, one thing I do want to say, I need a drink. That's not what I want to say. I can't imagine how it would feel to be in a reality show like that, to then say something bad, whether there was intent or not behind it. I'm just trying to look at it from Caroline's point of view now, because I always try to look at every side. I can't imagine how that would feel being her in that moment, to realise how much you've messed up and that the British public are going to see this, because it is going to go viral. You've got to know it's going to go viral. People are going to talk about it. So to know that you might be slandered because of, in her word, like a mistake, I don't know why I said it, it must feel awful to be like, whoa, I'm going to get sort of really criticised for what I've just done. So I just want to take a minute to acknowledge her upset and distress there. For me personally, do I think she's a bad person? No, I don't think she's a bad person. Do I think she made a mistake? Yes. I think it was a slip up, and do I think she should take accountability? Yes, which seemingly she is doing. She did receive a final warning from Big Brother. She wasn't kicked out of the house. I have spoken to a couple of friends about this because I wanted to get other people's opinions on it, and I would love to know yours as well. Do you think Caroline should have been kicked out of the house from that or not? I am going to go with my opinion now and let you know. I think that it would have been the wrong decision if she had been kicked out of the house, because that shows there is no room for mistake or conversation or growth. That just shows that if anyone says the wrong thing, gone. And the thing is, it depends on the intent. It depends on how the person responds after as well. Working in HR, bringing my real job in, I don't think I ever do that. If someone makes a mistake or someone does something bad, part of my job is, when doing the following process after that incident happens, it's looking at how people respond to their actions of being caught and discussing it. If it's complete denial and no accountability, it's hard for us to think they're going to learn and grow and change. Whereas if someone can come in and say, I'm so sorry, I hold my hands up, it was a mistake, that's great, because we're all human beings and people make mistakes. I personally think it would have been a bad thing. It would have sent a bad message to kick her out of the house. I think it would have been a really rubbish ending for her on her own, like, personal level. But I think just to grow and move on from something like that and make it more of a learning experience, I think that's so much more important and valid. But anyway, we have something more. Like I said, because this all happened, I think nearly a week ago by the time you all see this, there has been obviously a conversation after. So we're going to listen to that now.
How you been today, all right?
Terrible. I've never, ever said anything so horrible in my life. And it's just the worst thing I've ever done in my life. You know, if you hurt someone, it's like,
We'll go now.
yeah, I just don't know what come over me. I was just being stupid. And it really, I don't want you ever to think I don't see you as anything else but a hot bloke. But no, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, it was just...
It was out of character, and it was just, all I wanted to do was make trouble, not for you, but for Nancy and Cameron. And the whole thing was just so that she'd have to say him.
Yeah, fair enough. I think, so the rest of us were trying to help you with the question, because so Nancy likes women, as I know she's told you, so we were
she didn't.
like...
Now I know.
Yeah,
I never, no
yeah.
idea.
And that's why we were like, oh no, just say who you're attracted to. And I think Fairshon and the others kind of noticed the direction it was going in because of the whole reproducing thing. And I think they were trying to like help you in that sense and guide it away.
No, I've heard people say they're pan, but I thought pan meant you can have as many lovers as you want, or I didn't know.
Yeah, it was
but when she said
polyamory.
that, it just came out. Yeah, that's the one I thought it was.
Yeah. For Nat, it's triggering, but I think she knows. I can't speak on behalf of her, but
No,
I think she knows
we've
that.
chatted.
What really hit me about what you said was, I think it was first the like sectioning me away from the guys with the whole reproductive thing. I think I was like, oh, that was tough, and then it was like, she's a girl. It hurt.
Why did it come out of my mouth? And I've got no excuse. I can only say sorry. I can't give you an excuse.
I appreciate the apology from Caroline. One thing I want to point out a little bit, and this is just my sort of bugbear. In the diary room, immediately after the event, the first thing she said was, I'm sorry. in that, I did kind of feel like she was justifying her actions, which we all do in these sorts of situations, but the only way that she said sorry was, all I can do is apologise. That was it. And I would have had a bit more respect for her if she could have just said, you know what, I'm so sorry, I messed up and I shouldn't have said that. Just right out the gate, and then explain how you got to where you got to. But we all handle these things differently, I do know that. And if I was in a situation like that, I mean, saying sorry is a really hard thing. No one likes to be wrong. No one likes to say sorry. But I think I would have had a bit more respect for it if she could have handled it that way. Zela, again, handling it like a true champ. I think he has got a lot of patience for people and a lot of kindness, which is really lovely to see. And he's made this a learning experience. He did forgive her after that clip, and they are since moving on and moving forward, which is a wonderful thing. I think that's really cool. There's been a bit of a bump in the road for Caroline's Big Brother journey, and it's a shame, but I think she's probably going to learn a lot from it. I just wish she could have had a bit more of an apology at the end there. But again, as well, with these sorts of situations, you have to go off of the person who it happened to, so Zela. If he's chosen to forgive her and move on, I think that's why I'm sort of like, no problem. If that's what he wants and he's happy with that, he's happy with the apology, then we can all move on. If there's any more on this, I will update you in future videos, of course. If you do enjoy this kind of content, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I post 1 to 2 videos every week of just me. And me and my husband Liam have the podcast, The Blake Debate. Thank you all so much for watching. Of course, please comment your thoughts below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Bye.